मैं कुछ और बातें
Hi, good morning, everyone. Am I audible to you guys? Can anybody from the chat confirm me this?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so on the behalf of an entire team, it's given me a great pleasure to welcome you all today for the Immersion Day on Copilot and Agent. We have a wonderful group of participants here. So let's just begin. Siddhant, we are good to go. You can begin with the session.
Hi everyone, I hope my screen is visible to all of you.
Yes, it's visible.
Alright. Is the screen visible?
Yes, yes, it is.
Hello. Hi everyone, good afternoon to all of you. So today we are going to be talking about Microsoft Copilot and what all different agents do. Before we get started, so this is a very interactive session that we have prepared for you. So we would like you to be, to keep on engaging with us, and please drop in any questions that you might have within the chat. Now, continuing forward, right? Okay. So continuing forward, we'll be looking into all the different utilities and use cases of Copilot. We'll have a first-hand experience of how Copilot works, and we'll be looking into all different features and functionalities that Copilot has to offer. Now, before we get started, we would like to hear from you how have you experienced AI in day-to-day life? Because I think it's the era of AI right now, and each and everything in our life is somehow coming with an AI feature nowadays. From TVs to fridges and to your mobile phones, each and everything revolves around AI right now, right? So, if you can please open up your mic, give us a quick example of how you have been utilizing AI in a day-to-day manner, either in your corporate work, either at your home, or in a personal capacity. So, how have you been introduced to AI? What are some utilities that you have figured out, and has it made your life easier or harder? Right. So please start interacting. We'll be looking forward to your messages in the chat. Do type it out. We'll continue on to today's agenda. We'll be looking into AI at work. As I said, AI has become a very huge part of our day-to-day lives, from personal to professional, and how can be utilized at work. We'll be looking into a use case study as well, in which we will be looking into Fabric company. So it's a sample company, basically who has a evolving need of AI in their day-to-day utility within the company, and how they are adopting it, and what exactly were the problems by what which led them to utilizing and adopting AI. We will look into using Copilot chat. We will use the Copilot M365, Copilot and Copilot chat right in front of you. So luckily, I do have access to Copilot as well. Right? Then we will be looking into what agents are and how they make it easier for us to use, and what are the key takeaways. So to make the session interesting, we will be looking into a few live use cases of Copilot, and we will be working on them hands on. Plus, I think someone is trying to say something. So, apart from this, is there anything that you would like to say? Okay. So moving further, right? We'll get started with AI with at work. So now, do you guys remember the era where each and everything used to be manual? Then around the 2000s, when softwares and computers came into play, we gradually shifted majority of our day-to-day tasks into softwares, from monitoring to working to analysis, right? One of the major examples is the use of accounts. So earlier there used to be very big account books and everything like that. They shifted to software itself, right? The Excel and a lot more. Now it was an era when software was changing the world, right? Each and everything got digitized, from controls to our cars, which used to be completely manual, are now run on software itself. So the next era now, which we are seeing the most boom after the WWW boom, is AI. And since 2022, when ChatGPT was introduced and everyone has started to utilize ChatGPT and such agents, I think ChatGPT was one of the most significant milestones where the mass general public was able to access AI utilities and AI features to start exploring what AI is. Up till before then, each and everything was related to technology leaders. Companies were utilizing internal technologies and things like that. But the public utility of AI came since this ChatGPT boom. Now, when this boom came into play and when softwares came into play, both of the time security has been a very major concern for each and every one of us. When the software is starting rolling in, saw so many ransomware attacks, we saw so many cyber attacks, we saw huge data losses and huge accountability losses. The same happened with AI. When AI was introduced, we saw huge data losses, people suffering from cyber attacks, and a lot more. Now, how do you manage security while in a corporate environment while also utilizing AI to the best of its utility within a workplace? That is what we are going to be looking at. Now, the first area would be the Copilot chat. Within the Copilot chat, this is your day-to-day AI assistance. Now, this basically is a chat GPT equivalent. In this, you chat with it, it references online sources and gives you the best possible answer, right? But why Copilot and why not ChatGPT? That game all revolves around security. Microsoft Copilot comes with enterprise protection, which basically says that your data within your organization, whatever questions you are asking, whatever prompts you are writing, or whatever data you are providing to the Copilot chat, it will never be exiting your tenant, your Microsoft tenant, and it will never be utilized to train the Copilot or any agents anywhere. So this security where data is segregated for your tenant, and you have the capability to utilize this chat securely. This is what Copilot brings into play. And the best thing about the Copilot chat is that it is free for all Microsoft users. You can directly go into any of your Microsoft tenants and activate the free Copilot chat for your tenant, for your users, and it will be free for you until and unless you are a M365 user, from basic to premium or enterprise. Any level, if you are a enterprise user or if you are a Copilot user, then it's gonna be free for you. Now, what are the major outcomes, or what are, why should you be looking into AI? There are a whole lot of reasons I can personally think of. Productivity as a overall has increased quite multifold since AI has come into play. From creating proposals to analyzing analyzing Excel sheets to just researching on different topics or trying to find out what to do next. Each and everything has become a game of just a sentence. Once productivity increase, we obviously see improvements in growth and cost reduction, and we are experiencing new products, new technologies that maybe even if we didn't know about, but it would be referenced by Copilot Chat or Chat platforms everywhere, right? Now, looking into what why these are necessary for you, the most important part would be that your competitors are also utilizing AI now to beat the competition pressure, and beat the competitive pressure to force your productivity on employees so that they are growing and to actually transform into the digital world. These are some of the main reasons why AI has been continuously being adopted. Now, since the start, we have been talking about what are different ways we can interact or utilize AIs. I think the most common ones that everyone knows about are the chatbots. So ChatGPT, Copilot Chat, Grok, XYZ, each and every one of them are chatbots, the ones we talk to. Then comes the applications, web portals, and workflows. So now from engagement to automation, the web portals, applications, the workflows, and the chatbots play a very big role in which you see lot of these aspects being utilized in companies and adopting them into a daily workflow. Now, what agents does is agents are specialized either chatbots, agents are specialized portals, or automations, or a combination of all of them. Now, what agents do, they are trained on a specific topic, they are trained on a specific ideation or a workflow, and they do it according to your own programming. So I'll show you an agent as well later on. So I myself have created an agent of my own. So it references all my older proposals and create new proposals for me. So it is one of the easiest examples of agents nowadays. Now, we have heard about Copilot Chat, we have heard about M365 Copilot, we heard about what agents are. But how do we visualize them into our own utility into our own company? So let's talk about a few challenges that are being faced by Fabrica modular homes. So to talk about the business itself, it's a medium-sized business which is expanding rapidly throughout the modular home market. Now, what they want to do is they want to leverage AI to support their scaling of operations while retaining the quality and customer satisfaction. And overall, whatever the company's objective is to grow. Now, why are they utilizing AI into their daily workflows? And how is it going to result in a betterment? Let's look into that as well. Now, the main challenge is within Fabrica. So these are, I think, standard issues within any company that you see nowadays, right? Any small to medium company always has this challenge where information fragmentation, which means there are multiple departments, there are multiple, people heading them and multiple entities within them. There is no full picture that can be seen. They all wait for each other to, give out something, and then they would work. This obviously results in a very, a very big coordination over it, which means that, managing so many shifts, managing different decisions, managing multiple departments, the decision making goes into a huge delay where the key insights are very hard to access. The availability of information is very, the availability of, information to any one person or people is very limited because of the division between all these different departments and everything like that. Now, what we will look into next is a quick immersion experience. When we saw all these divisions, when we saw all these aspects, right? How do we actually counter it? How do we actually, solve these issues? So for this, I have a few examples of Copilot available with me. Right? Let me open that up for you, and then we will start to explore different areas and different utilities of Copilot everywhere. So one of my favorite ones, when you talk about Copilot, right? So that would be the Copilot chat. So this is my personal experience with Copilot chat has been very wonderful. Plus, plus there are so many features available. So we'll be looking into what agents are. We'll be looking into two different type of chats. So right now I am on web chat. The web chat is basically free to use, right? As I told you, the web copilot chat. This is the free chat available to each and every one of Microsoft users, right? Just a minute. So this is available to all of the Microsoft users. Now within this, it acts like a overall chat agent like your chat GPT. And one thing that I was also telling you about is the enterprise data protection, which means my data, whatever I'm talking about to this particular chat, does not leave my day to day. Right. So just to look into a few highlights of what web chat does. So web chat basically does not have access to your context. It works similar to ChatGPT. It will look online. It will align everything accordingly and give you the relevant output based on however your day is going. I'm really sorry for the delay. It is causing because I have a bad internet right now due to my location. It's taking a bit of time. But the overall application behind this is to be secure while utilizing platforms similar to ChatGPT. Right? So what it did is it gave me the relevant answers from the web. So it references the complete internet. It crawls through multiple sites. It gives me what is happening in and around all the areas of the world. What is happening within India? What are the implications related to it? Right, and gives me a quick overview. So now this was the web area. Now this is the same type of thing that we used in ChatGPT. But why Copilot? Now we come into the work profile. Right from the top, you see web and work. When we talk about the work profile, this is one of the most amazing features that I would say. Right. So in this, let's say, um, tell me how my day. looks like. The best thing about the work profile is it has access to all my emails. It has access to all my calendars, my Teams, my SharePoint, my files, each and everything which is, there. So I think it has access to everything which is on my Microsoft Graph. Utilizing that, it gives me and helps me plan on each and every aspect which I have to do within the day. It can reference, co-reference, and actually take actions as well. So right now, as you see, what it is referring is, it is referring to my meetings. It is referring to my calendar, right? And even when I come onto this, it helps me prepare for meetings. It helps me, even from meeting recordings, it automatically produces uh, uh, MOMs for me. It automatically gives me key actionables. It records, analyzes all the meetings and tells me how I need to improve. So Copilot is available within each and every part of Microsoft. So a quick example of that is going to be right now we are working with PowerPoint, right? And when you talk about PowerPoint itself, I myself am not very trained into creating PowerPoints. So Copilot is also integrated right within PowerPoint as well. So what I can ask, just a second, let me log in. Just allow me a quick second. So now within everything within this, right? So would you like to ask any, particular questions or suggest a quick idea into what would you like to, see uh, us create? Let's create a presentation. Let's talk about any topic that you want. Or up till then, what I'll do is, as we are talking about, M365 Copilot, right? So I'm gonna ask it to, so I'm gonna ask it right now to create a presentation on the topic that we are discussing. And what it does is it references all the different outlines, it references all the different ideations in my work profile as well. So it can reference all my, chats, all my older documents, right? Now it has given me an outline that how we are going to create this presentation. We'll be talking about the best practices, right? Planning, right? Defining the main objectives, enhancing, and things like that. Plus, it gives me recommendation on styles. So I can choose different styles from here. So let's say I select this and generate the slides. So now what it will do is it will reference everything from online, from my personal documents that are within the company and generate the whole presentation for me right here and then. Right. So see, as I asked it to create different ideations and utility. So it has created all the different functionalities that I have asked it to create. Right? What are the different features? It is giving me all the details. Right now, it is preparing all the agendas. Right now, it has divided everything into different slides. It has divided what topics will be placed in which particular area. And once that is done, it will start to design. It will start to implement that. Right now, apart from this, until this is completed, let's also talk about Copilot agents. Now, when we talk about agents directly, right? So even within agents, let's. Oh, I think we have to stick to this screen. So what I wanted to show you are the Copilot agents. As you see, there are a few agents that you see on the left-hand side. Now, up till now, I had been asking general questions to my work and the web profile, right? Now, within the work and web profile, the major difference when we talk about it, right? When we want to, uh, sorry, when we want to perform a specific function, right? A few agents come into play. Now, when we talk about agents as well, let's see. When we talk about agents, let's move a bit further, and we'll start to talk about what are agents and how they help us in a day-to-day life. Okay, I think my presentation is also ready. So let's just start with that as well, right? Just give me a quick second, and I'll show you the presentation that Copilot has just now created. So see, this presentation was completely automated based on a single line of prompt on how to utilize it, what what is available, and everything like that. I just gave a single line on how to make and you utilize M365 presentation, and it has given me each and everything related to it. It generates the images. It gives out best practices. It generates the content for it. Now, moving further, as we were going to talk about agents, let me see what is happening. Okay, we have a quick video as well. Just let me play it for you. I'm facing a bit of a network lag. If that is going to be, the continued case, what I'll do is we'll skip the video for now and continue with our, presentation as is. Okay, so let's talk about what we're gonna see next, right? So as we just saw the co-pilot chat, right? So we just saw what Copilot does and what Copilot Chat does. Okay. So let's see what M365 Copilot Chat. We already saw what Copilot Chat does. We all I will show you what agents does, and we will see what type of IT controls are available within this overall environment. Right? As I told you, enterprise data protection and management is a huge part of Copilot, right? And it is what makes it different from other AI agents out there. So let's start to look into what different agents and availabilities are there. So as we said, Copilot Chat is the free one. For all Microsoft users, you can activate your Copilot Chat. But if you can go for Microsoft 365 Copilot, in case you want the work scope, in case you want Copilot to work within your M365 applications like Teams, Outlook, Work, Excel, PowerPoint, if you want agents and the control system and analytics. So I think the cost of it comes into two different areas as well. So we have M365 Copilot for Business, which has the same limitation as the business SKUs for Microsoft, that it can only be up to 300 seats. And if you talk about the M365 Copilot, that is $30 a month. Now, I think it's a small add-on to look into. Now, as we talk about agents, right? We'll look into a few agents that are available from directly from Microsoft. One of them, some of the most interesting ones, personally from my side, would be analyst, researcher, and interpreter. Now, these three agents we utilize on a day-to-day basis because analyst is basically what analyzes data and Excel sheets for me. Researcher is something that does not give you a single line or a short answer. It is something that looks in depth while you're contexting each and everything, correlating different aspects, and giving you the best possible output there is. Like, interpreter works within teams. Now, within teams, it provides you with the capabilities of live translation while on calls. So, continuing forward, right, let's look into a few agents, the control panel for the M365. Okay, I hope the screen and the audio will be visible to everyone.
AI agents are becoming part of everyday work, helping teams move faster, automate tasks, and scale ideas. The big question is, how do you cure, compliant, and under control? The good news is, you don't need to start from scratch. Give agents the same tools as extend your existing infrastructure, apps, and protections to agents, leveraging familiar capabilities tailored to their needs. With Microsoft Agent Thrive, every agent is registered, visible, and governed, all in one place. The result? Strong security, confidence, and a simpler path to scalable AI.
So this was Agent 365. So the last part which we talked about, right? How do you manage, secure, and what are the IT controls? Now we will start to look into different agents that are available within Microsoft. So let's talk about just now. As I told you, for some of the few agents that we are going to look into, one is going to be the analyst agent, and one is going to be the researcher. As we have said from the start, agents are specifically trained AIs on a particular type of task or a particular topic. So let's see what analyst agent does. Okay.
Hi, I'm Ashok, and I'm here today to show you our new analyst agent in Copilot. We built analyst to think like a skilled data scientist, so you can go from raw data to insights in minutes. Analyst leverages a state-of-the-art reasoning model that we've optimized for advanced data analysis at work. It's based on OpenAI's O3 Mini. Now, let's see the agent in action. Imagine I'm in marketing. I'm trying to understand our most loyal customers. I have this really messy data set. You can see thousands of rows and a few tabs across customers and their monthly revenue, and none of it has been cleaned or contextualized. Usually, to make sense of this data, I'd need to ask my colleague who knows Python. But let's try the analyst agent. I don't have to spend time writing the perfect prompt to get what I'm looking for. I'll just ask it to help me come up with an easy way to learn and visualize my customer base. You'll see the agent takes my question, understands the task, and constructs a plan to reach an answer. It also identifies the Python tools it may need to complete the task, just as a data analyst would. It can take any complex data set, make sense of it, and execute Python code to reason through the questions you have about the data. If I want to see more into its thought process, I can always click and see its chain of thought reasoning, as well as the Python code it's running in real time. This allows me to validate and trust in its thinking and approach. Analyst is already on to the final step and starts working on a visualization. Now I've got the answer I was looking for. With Analyst, now every employee has access to their own 24/7 data analyst. It knows Python, it's right within Copilot, and it uses chain of thought reasoning so you can check its work.
Interesting, right? I myself, I don't think I can do this level of analysis or analytics in such a short time. And probably even with chat GPTs and different agents, it would take at least an hour to do so. So as you said, as you saw, this is a specifically trained AI for a single type of tasks. Now another type of agent which is specifically trained, right, to perform a different type of task, right? That would be the researcher agent. Now, when you want in-depth, thorough analysis, and you want in-depth answers with, which you would expect from probably researchers within your company. So that is where researcher agent comes in. So let's see what researcher agent does, right?
I'm Ashok, and I'm excited to show you our new researcher agent in Copilot. Recent advances in LLMs allow AI to contribute like a team member. We've taken one of these models, OpenAI's O3 Deep Research, along with advanced orchestration in Copilot and deep search algorithms, and optimized it for work. The data you use every day. That's all your emails, meetings, files, chats, and more. Let's take a look. Now, let's say I work in product development and we're entering a new market. So I need help developing a product strategy for our expansion. I enter my prompt and researcher gets to work. It asks clarifying questions as a seasoned colleague would and uses my response to move forward. The agent takes my prompt, understands, and constructs to reach an answer. You'll notice it reasoning over all of my work data in the Microsoft Graph, not just one file. Here, we can see its chain of thought reasoning. You'll see it working through the problem in real time. It builds an understanding of my product lineup, references recent meetings, and even pulls industry updates from the web. This process takes a few minutes, so let's jump ahead to the result. I got a really thorough response, in line with what I'd expect from a researcher on my own team. I can edit it in Pages where I can bring in my team to collaborate. What we just saw was built on the Microsoft Graph and the web. Researcher can also be connected to third-party data via connectors and can leverage other, like the sales agent, to connect to its rich data and access its logic. Only Copilot knows what matters to you at work, and researcher taps into that. Most recent and what files and data and meetings are most relevant to you. Now, every employee has access to expertise on demand.
Okay, so this is what researcher was, and we are still open for your questions and your inputs. If you would like to see any of these agents, any of these, workings in action, please just drop us a quick message in the chat, and we'll try to showcase every possible use case that you can think of on the call itself. Now, as you just saw, two different agents by Microsoft, the researcher and the analyst. So these are the same for me, right? It is available directly within Microsoft, so, and I use it. I use it quite a lot. Plus, same with the analyst. I do use it quite a lot while working in and around different systems and AI. Now, what is a custom agent? What is a third party or a custom agent? Now I have created an agent of myself, right, which basically has the knowledge of all my different proposals that I've created up till today. And creating this was a very easy task, right? Creating this took me around 15 minutes, and all I had to do is I had to go into the agent creator and when I went into the agent creator, it only asked me for simple basic aspects like what do you want it to do? So here it was. Instructions are what I wanted it to do. I put in all the details as big as I could. And I remember I used another agent to make this. It asked me, what knowledge sources do you want it to access? Do you want it specifically from a URL or some files? Or search all websites? Use specific resources? It has access to my SharePoint, Teams, meetings, and the web. Plus, I uploaded a lot of my proposals and my SharePoint site of my proposals, and I activated the capabilities to create documents, charts, and code. I did not need images, so I did not activate it, and that was it. My agent was up and running, and I use it probably each and every day. As soon as one of our clients reaches out to, take a basic understanding of something or requests a proposal, I ask and I come here and ask my agent to, uh, come in, and I ask it, this is what the client wants. Look into all my proposals, and it looks into all the proposals that I've created, all the knowledge that it has. It cross references it to the web and gives out the best possible answer in that case. Right. Plus, interesting thing about the agent builder, right, in itself is the agent to build the agents. Now, on the left side, you see, hi, how do you want to update your agent? So I can come in, and even this many steps I don't have to do. I can come in and say that this is the type of agent I want and make it for me. So what it will do is it will ask you questions. It will guide you through how you need to set it up if there are any manual steps required, and it will create that agent for you. So there is an agent to create agents for you to work around. So AI has become a pretty interesting area to be working in, and the same thing is available for different utilities. So as an end user, for me, we just saw the agent build. Now we also have a platform called Copilot Studio. So it is a basically similar to the agent build, a bit more complex in which you can automate, create different flows, and utilize multiple tools and different integrations to create out what you want in an agent or a workflow. And then again, for developers, there is the VS Code, there is Copilot Studio, and there is Azure AI Fountain. Now, an interesting thing about Microsoft is they are very heavily, invested in OpenAI. So all the capabilities, all the things that you see in ChatGPT are also available within Microsoft Copilot agents, because Microsoft has utilized the same backend, the same trained models, and the functionalities from ChatGPT, OpenAI's top offerings, into the Copilot, and they have created Azure AI Foundry, which is basically a collection of more than 30 AI tools ready and trained to be implemented within your environment by the click of not a single button, but a small configuration and then a click of a button. But yes, so utilizing AI nowadays, from computer vision to document intelligence and what not, from audio to speech and text, each and everything is available within, you know here. So now, as we approach the end of our demonstration towards the AI capabilities, towards what Microsoft 365 Copilot offers, we'd like to open up the platform to each and every one of you who are attending this session. We want this session to be interesting for you, to be useful for you. So please feel free to ask us any questions. Please feel free to ask us any doubts. This is an opportunity for you to explore what type of AI integrations can you do within your organization. I don't see any questions popping up. So, while we summarize the overall presentation itself, right, with unmatched governance from security, compliance, and governance, right, looking into administrative analytics, best practices, privacy standards, preventing and managing all the security related to AI, right? While looking into how can we track all the agents that are being utilized, how can we ensure proper guardrails are there, is our data secure while utilizing AI within our environment. Now, answering all these questions and all the aspects that are available, what do you think? Are you ready to, start utilizing AI to improve the overall productivity of your organizations as well? Now, what all we saw today? We saw the Copilot chat, which is the free chat-based agent available for each and every one of Microsoft users. We saw the M365 Copilot, which basically integrates within all your M365 applications. It has access to all your meetings, your PPTs, your documents, and can give you very referenced and prioritized answers based on your environment. We saw what agents were. We understood what Agent 365, which basically governs and controls all the different agents and AIs. And we looked into what would be the time to implement all of these. Now, we'd like to request every one of you in the audience, if you have any questions for us, if you have any ideations that you require, please reach out to us over chat. You can always reach out to us after the meeting as well, and you can open up your mics and talk to us if you have any particular doubts. Hello. Then I think if there is no one else who would like to understand anything, I'd like to thank you all for attending the session and have a great day ahead. Do let us know. You can always reach out to us at any given moment, wherever and whenever it is required. Right. Thank you for attending and do let us know if we can help you out. Thank you, Akash sir, for attending.